Let's fly Singapore Airlines again from Singapore to London aboard their Airbus A350. We will find out if their business class still lives up to their reputation and what you can expect when booking a flight with this 5-star airline that even offers a book a cook pre-order delicacy. My journey today starts at Singapore's Changi Airport, home of Singapore Airlines, and I couldn't resist to having a look at the Vortex waterfall, which is the center attraction of Changi's The Pearl. What an exciting way to start a trip across 2 continents to London Gatwick. As much as I enjoy exploring the Pearl, it's time for check-in now. Singapore Airlines offers dedicated business class check-in counters, and soon after I'm on my way to the departure area, which is located past the giant Hello Kitty. Inside the departure area I was able to take the SkyTrain that takes me through the Pearl. And obviously I'm not the only one who took the opportunity to capture the Vortex and the gardens around it from this perspective. But now it's time to head to the Singapore Airlines Business Class Lounge, which is located 1 floor up from the main departure hall. Singapore Airlines calls them SilverKris Lounge. It was quite busy in this massive lounge, so I only have limited footage from my choice of food and the view to the apron. This is my ride for the upcoming 14.5 hours. This 8-year-old Airbus A350-900 registered 9 Victor Sierra Mike Lima. It's almost boarding time, so I better find my gate where I also can see my aircraft for tonight. Shortly after my arrival at the gate, boarding was announced ahead of schedule, and I'm excited to fly with Singapore Airlines again, as they are one of my all-time favorite airlines. But are they also consistently good? We will find out tonight, so I can compare to my experience from previous years. The business class cabin is arranged in a 1-to-1 seat layout, and 15K is going to be my place tonight. By the way, have you subscribed to my channel yet? If not, consider doing so, that would help my channel grow. Also, if you like my video, maybe leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much. On my very wide seat I find this large pillow, and this here must be the blanket. A welcome drink is served, and cheers to a hopefully good flight in comfort. Let's start our seat tour with this little compartment here. It contains the headphones, and I also found a bottle of water in here. This here seems to be a coat hook or so. I won't need that, I think. Here we have the fairly large IFE screen, which can be tilted downwards in case you want to watch something while laying in the fully flat bed. Next to the little side table I find a mirror, and above I see this cupboard, which seems ideal for storing my phone or even my camera. Down here I find the leg space, which plays an integral role when in sleeping position. More about that later in the flight. And here I find the shoe storage place, which I abused as blanket holder for the moment. There are no center overhead lockers in business class, only on the sides. That way the cabin looks way more spacious, and yet there is still plenty of space for the cabin baggage, as there are way fewer people per overhead locker. Unfortunately, as quite common on wide-body aircraft, there are no personal air fans. In here, which looks like the document compartment, I find the safety card of our A350. There's also an air sickness bag, information about Wi-Fi connectivity, and this here looks like the business class dining menu. Oh, and let's not forget the in-flight shopping magazine. Next to me I find more storage space, a reading light and power sockets. The power sockets you can shut away, so you won't have the green light bothering you when trying to sleep. Here's the reading light with multiple brightness settings, and next to it the headphone connector. This one you have seen before, however it's not exactly easy to open it, as pressing down doesn't always unlock the cover as expected. Back at the side storage, let's have a look what it has in store for me. It's basically an amenity kit without a pouch, including an eye mask, socks, slippers and... oh, a pouch! That's a first. They are not known to provide such thing in business class, so it looks like something has changed. It's not big and we'll check it out later as I see refreshing hand towels being distributed. Continuing our seat tour, I find an array of seat and light control buttons positioned below the armrest so there shouldn't be any elbow interference. A few more reading and bed lights I find next to my headrest. And of course there is also an IFE controller which I find here on my right side. And the controller has its own little screen, allowing to display for example the route map, while the big screen shows other content. The seat, which by the way is super comfortable, has this adjustable headrest, or at least I thought it's adjustable. I didn't manage to change it. However, that wasn't necessary anyway, as the seat is large and tall enough, even catering my almost 2 meter in length. Boarding is completed and we are soon ready for pushback. The slippers are marked as S and M, whereas I would need an XL at least. Maybe I will ask if they have other sizes available. This is our estimated route for the next almost 15 hours to Gatwick, but I'm sure there will be some geopolitically induced curves and bends along the way. Off we go, and I'm looking forward to experience and enjoy the second longest ever flight I've booked with Singapore Airlines after my 18.5 hours flight with them about 1.5 years ago. Check out my video about it if you like.
Sit ahead and lean forward as far as you can. Make sure that your seat belt is securely fastened during taxi, takeoff, and landing.
I wonder what light this button here is for. Ah, I see, it's the mood light. Lovely. Bye bye Singapore. As always, I enjoyed my time here and I'm looking forward to return soon again. It's time to move my seat into the lounge position. I'm quite tired and it's already past midnight, so I'm tempted to sleep already. But no, I really want to show you my Book the Cook choice I pre-ordered for dinner. While we wait for dinner being served, I can show you the noise-cancelling headphones that Singapore Airlines provides to their business class passengers. I don't recognize the brand, besides the Singapore Airlines logo on the headphones. In the headphone pouch, I find the earpiece covers for additional hygiene. Well, since I have them, why not put them on right away and see if the headphones are comfortable? I herewith can confirm they are comfortable, so surely wearable for an entire movie length. But I'm not going to test them further now, as I was offered a champagne to start my dinner with. One more time, cheers to a comfortable night ahead. The IFE screen seems not to be touch sensitive, which surprised me. However, the screen on the handheld is touch sensitive and I easily can select the Kris World in-flight entertainment options. But let's focus on something else now, as my dinner is arriving. My appetizer is this hot smoked salmon salad with pickled onion, egg, olives, potatoes and Dijon herb dressing. Next was my pre-ordered meal, which is not on today's dining menu, the Lobster Thermidor. I've had the lobster before with Singapore Airlines and I loved it. And tonight is no different. Dessert would have been a chocolate cake and a selection of cheese, but I had to skip that, as I was way too full and also way too tired by now. So let me stow away the table and let the cabin attendant prepare my fully flat bed for me. Doesn't it look inviting? I can't wait to sleep now. While the length of the bed is quite generous, the foot space at the end is rather narrow. Still, I feel like I can have a few hours of sleep here. We will see where on the planet I will end up waking up. But for now, good night. Good morning from, let's check quickly, We have just entered Turkish airspace. A bit over 4 hours to go, so that means I indeed slept 6 or 7 hours. Not too bad, but I still feel a bit sleepy. I didn't have to wait long and I was offered a coffee, which surely should help me waking up. As breakfast preparation hasn't started yet, I helped myself at the snack box in the galley. Quite handy, and that way no passenger needs to be too hungry before breakfast. Snacking and watching a movie while speeding at over 800 km per hour at an altitude of 38,000 feet. What a world we live in. The cabin light is back on, which only can mean breakfast is coming shortly, so I better prepare my table, which can be unfolded like this. By the way, the height of the table can be adjusted with this lever. A pretty neat feature. The breakfast kicked off with a croissant, more coffee, a juice, yogurt and a fruit platter. For my next course, breakfast course, I went for the assorted dim sum that came with a pork pancake and rice with duck slices. In hindsight, I probably should have chosen a different dish. Maybe I show you quickly what I could have chosen from, since I didn't show you the menu yet. But notice that the menu includes both the offering on my flight, but also the offering on the return leg from London Gatwick to Singapore. As always, feel free to pause if you wish to have a closer look at it. With breakfast out of the way, it's finally time to have a look at the Singapore Airlines amenity kit. You already saw the eye mask and the socks, so let's focus on this pouch and its content. It's branded Le Labo and inside I find a face mist, a hand pomade, a lip balm and this plasticky thing. I think it's this transparent plastic bag for the 100ml liquids. That way you can actually go through security with the amenity kit. No need to toss away the liquids. What a smart move. One of the cabin attendants, who knew I was filming on this flight since I asked for permission after boarding, noticed that I was deep diving into the amenity kit. But the label of my amenity kit was a little bit rubbed off, and she wanted me to have a perfect example. How nice is that? And how attentive? I'm impressed. I would say these are the little attentions to detail that make a 5-star airline a 5-star airline. We haven't had a look at the business class lavatory yet, have we? It's not overly fancy, with the usual amenities such as napkins, towel and liquid hand soap next to the sink. But there is more, such as dental kits, even a comb and shaving sets. Oh, it got a bit bumpy now, so hold on a second. What I quite like are these cotton hand towels. A bit further up I find a bottle of hand lotion, facial mist and eau de cologne. I hope you can see it, it's still quite bumpy right now. Next to the toilet I find a fold-down bench. And a bit further up, this presumably artificial orchid. A dusty orchid though. Let's head back to my seat and I can see sunrise is about to happen. The seatbelt sign is back on and we are about to descend towards London. Here we have the actual route we followed the past 14 hours and we are crossing the channel towards the UK shortly. Welcome to London Gatwick, ending my journey aboard one of my favorite airlines and aboard one of my favorite aircraft, the A350. While not 100% perfect, for example I still wish Singapore Airlines would offer pyjamas on such long overnight flights, Singapore Airlines ticks nearly all boxes, what a very good business class should be. But this is my own subjective opinion, as you know. The biggest surprise for me was actually the amenity kit, something I have never seen before on any Singapore Airlines flight. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. I hope you liked this flight review. Thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.